Our first guest tonight is an Academy Award nominated and Emmy-winning actor you know from his work in Multiplicity, Birdman, Spotlight, and Dopesick. He stars in Beetlejuice, which is in theaters and IMAX September 6th. Please welcome back to the show our very good friend, Michael Keaton, everybody.
Thank you.
Welcome back. I'm so happy to see you.
By the way, I was at the Madison Avenue store. This is what it would look like on one finger. That's workable.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a necklace. I have a little choker.
You got one of the spray pan chokers?
Yes.
Okay. So that's what it looks like.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
you can just kind of, if you move the right way, am I right?
You're right.
Then you just kind of can do a wall. Yeah. It's fantastic.
That's great.
It really.
Was the store crowded?
Thank you.
He's so
He
sincere.
is so sincere.
It's so good to have you here in person.
Thanks.
Last
Here, I
couple
brought you these.
You brought me some Steelers hats.
bet, baby.
I'm very excited. Season's about to start. We're big Steelers fans.
I know. You're
from
worried?
the
I'm not
Bird-
worried. You?
I'm never worried.
No, there you go.
Oh, I'm never worried. I'm irrationally confident.
Yes.
Irrationally
That's a
confident.
good way to put it.
Your grandkids and my kids are about the same age. Is
Yes.
it an appropriate time to start pushing it on them? Yours are what, 7 and 5?
I started about 6 months.
At 6 months?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I would drill it into his little head every night. Yes. Yeah. Right when he'd be about to go to sleep, I'd just go Pirates, Penguins, Steelers.
And does it take? Is that a good, effective way to do it?
Man, dude is all in.
Is he all in?
Oh, man.
Have you brought him to games yet?
Oh yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
great.
That's the thing. You know, he told me the other day. By the way, don't judge. You know what? Judge him. now that I think about it. He said this a couple of times. He said, "Man, I wish I lived in Pittsburgh."
Yeah.
He does. He does. He loves it there because when we go, well, first of all, the family loves him. Him and Maggie, his little sister. But he's a huge fan, big Najee fan, big Kutch fan, everything. He's all.
And it's fun. When I felt that way when I would go to Pittsburgh, with my dad's family.
Yeah,
we would
yeah.
always go and we go to games. So I love Pittsburgh too because it was always fun. It was sports and
you get to walk across the Clementi Bridge and go to the games. It's a thing. But you're right. I bet your dad drilled. You got to get it early. Man.
Yeah.
You got to plant it somewhere back in the cortex, I think.
I think what's wrong, because I do the same thing, but I think right after I leave the room, my wife comes in and says, none of that matters. And it makes daddy crazy and you don't want to be like that.
Yeah, humor him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to ask about this. You you directed a film that came out this year.
That's what you're asking. It's
Yeah.
cardboard, basically.
It's cardboard. Yeah, that was my question.
Oh.
Is this, what was...
Yes. It's
What
cardboard.
kind of paper stock is
It's
this? And
recycled cardboard.
It's recycled cardboard. Wow, you really know your way around
Yes,
paper.
Yes, I do.
You,
look what's on there.
You starred and directed this film.
I did.
Aging hitman with dementia.
Yes.
And I don't think it probably could have been a comedy. It's not really a comedy.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
It's not. No. But go ahead and make fun of it.
But I was. I'm not making fun of it. I just feel like a few people started tittering, and I was like, throw on the brakes. How did you like?
By the way, here you go. You want to make fun of something. Here's what the character had. Creutzfeldt-Jakob disease. Go ahead. That's the name of it.
Okay, well, don't.
Fred, am I right? Yeah. I'm gonna check.
Fred knows a lot about medical stuff. Yeah. He's our on-staff nurse. What made you want to go back to directing? It's been a while.
Well, why not? The truth is, when people say, well, I really want to direct, what I really want to do is direct. So, probably like you guys, actually, when you certain things when you're doing, especially comedy, you can't really do in a joke. Plus, I never really told jokes. But so you always had these ideas, and always so you'd go out and shoot these little bits and pieces of funny things, and when you're doing, early on, I wanted to direct some of the comedies I was in, but I think agents and managers thought, I'm not going to make a dime off this guy, so I wasn't exactly encouraged. But I like telling the story, and the time was right for this one. In my life, it was the right time. It was a really, really solid script, and I was a little nervous about trying to pull it off, because this guy declines through the course of the movie, and to direct yourself and do it was, challenging, but you're never bored.
Yeah.
You're never, ever bored. You don't have a chance to be bored.
Do you feel like it's moving too fast to pull on your experience with directors you liked over the years, or do you feel like you have learned lessons from people?
Oh, 100%. Yeah. Even if you're not necessarily, if you have a pulse, you absorb something from all these people. I've worked with really great directors.
Do you don't name names, but what's the least
Larry
favorite?
Wilson. Sorry. Jeez, I don't know where that came from. Try it again. No, go ahead, I can do it.
What's your least favorite kind
Ted Fredrickson. Jesus Christ, it's so hard.
What's your least favorite kind of note to get from a director?
Oh, I'll tell you one that I got from Larry David, which is like my favorite ever.
Yeah.
When we were doing this thing on HBO.
That was with Bill Hader as well.
Yeah, Bill Hader, who's maybe a genius.
I think so.
Yeah,
I think so.
probably.
Yeah.
And he goes, hey, you remember before when you did that thing, you said that thing. Don't do that. Yeah, that was my favorite.
Well, you like it when it's specific. Like that's helpful.
I do. But honestly, I do. First of all, this cast is unbelievable.
Yeah,
So there
Marcia Gay
wasn't-
Harden,
Oh, man.
Pacino.
Al.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you got to give notes to Al.
Not many.
Not many because he doesn't need them.
No, and he's so terrific and he's so easy. I mean, I'll tell you though, we had a really, really long conversation before we even started the thing, discussing what he thought. I wanted to know what he thought. And I was telling this to someone else the other day. It went on, I was at my house and I was talking about the character. And we started talking about it and what he thought. And I was on for maybe an hour. And I wasn't ready for this long conversation, but it kind of went into this discussion about acting, which normally when I hear myself talk about it, I bore myself out of my mind. I kind of like to hear other people, but this was the single greatest conversation I've ever had in my life about acting. And it was like just simple and easy. So directing him was a breeze, man. I mean, he was just so a pro and really open. In fact, I just thought of this. There was a scene right at the end. It was the last shot of the movie, and we're in the car talking. And we did take after take after take after take. And finally, days after I saw him, he said, I always wondered why we did that so many times. And I said, I was just having so much fun. I didn't want to quit.
That's fantastic. That's when being an actor and a director.
Yeah.
I have a lot of questions about Beetlejuice.
All right.
Beetlejuice. We'll be right back with more from Michael Keaton, everybody.